Here's a quick little update for you. How to get your air boxes looking nice and new again. Just get some washing up liquid and give them a good old scrub in the hot water. Once they're dried, get yourself some car plan black trim wax and then go over them. And that's what they look like. They were all grey and covered in like years of crusty water and oil before I started, and now they're back to reasonably new looking. Good enough for me. There you have it. I think we all know this problem where the other three corners of the lid are sitting flush. One corner sticks up like that. I'm not sure if you can see it, but you can see the curve in the top. Sort of like curves up. So we made myself a little bracket here which will fit over the front of that, and use a couple of G-clamps to clamp the back down, and then we'll leave it in the blistering UK sunshine for a day and then take it off and see how see if it's improved it at all, see if it's bent itself back through the heat. We shall see. As you see there, the corners are now both tight down on the front, and a couple of G-clamps on the back to hold the back down. And what to do is we just stick it out in the sunlight for a day. So we just leave that there for a day, and then we'll see at the end of the day if it's made any difference. Well, the air filter box has been in the blistering sun all day long, so now's the moment of truth to see whether or not it's made any difference to the curve in the actual thing itself. Take these off. It's gone down a little bit. It's not as much as a gap now as it was. So the front. It's pivoting on that edge there, so I expect once I've put a bit of sponge in the little slot. Yeah, it's better than it was anyway. And then that edge there is supposed to have a 3mm strip of sponge to seal it when you close it. That seems pretty flat now. Just up that end a little bit still. So that's alright. Now you're going to do that next bit inside. But yeah, seems to be a bit better than it was. With the aid of the bit of sponge, that should be alright. Yeah. That was like the state of the outside when I first started. But after I mean, I have cleaned up on the inside as much as I could. But using that back to black stuff and leave it on there for a few minutes and then polish it off with a clean rag, they turned out alright, I think. They're not seen anyway, but the At least they ain't all greasy and grubby and dirty. Yeah, not bad. Here's a quick tip for anyone that wants to do a bit of painting or just starting. Tip for you, John, really, since you're going to start doing some painting. Get yourself a roll of fencing wire from B&Q. I think that was about £9 something. It's pretty strong. They make a whole assortment of hooks and whatever you need. So a pair of pliers and some fencing wire is a must if you're going to start doing any spray jobs. Not only that, but it comes in handy for hanging up stuff on the old fences. You see there, it's just like hooked over that crossbar, and just hang bits and pieces up on that, as well as holding the lights up in the under the umbrella thing, whatever they're called, which is quite handy really. And for the gardeners, you'll probably like this idea as well. Holding up the piece of bamboo against the fence. It's ideal for that sort of stuff. A product with a million uses. This is where I'm at with the bike at the moment. I started putting it back together, adding all the bits and pieces, battery box in, swinging arm on, new shocks. I'm waiting for a new engine mounting bolt set, and the shock top mount bolts and the nuts, and the bolts for the bottom. I've ordered them. So there's mainly just nuts and bolts and stuff, so a lot of it's just finger tight really until I get around to finishing it off. Done all the brakes and stuff, the back brake set up. So there's a new switch in there. Old brake arm, but we'll use that until I buy another one. There's no point in buying a brand new one at the moment really. Same as the nut on the end of the swinging arm bolt. I have to wait. I just started doing the mudguard and the back end a little bit. There's only so much I can do before I have to put a wiring loom on it. I've got a couple up there. I don't know whether to try and repair those or just buy a new one. A new one's about £80, so probably I might give them a go at repairing them to start with and see how that goes. If it don't work out right, then I'll just get another one. So that's where I am at the moment. Yeah, it's the engine out of the chop. I mean, I put it together, I don't know, whenever I built a chop, can't remember now. But the paint on the top's looking a bit naff. Around this side, I was just scratching it off the fins. I thought that looked alright, doing something like that. So I'll probably go around the whole thing, apart from the head, you know, just the barrels, and just scratch it off. Give it a bit of a different look, I suppose. Apart from that, it's just waiting for bits again now. Waiting for the all the new engine mounting bolts and stuff. I'm sure there's other bits and pieces that I can do on it in the time being, but that's how we are for now.